Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I had makeup on today and I was like, instead of allowing this makeup that I have on today just go to waste. However, not like waste. There was a purpose of putting on the makeup today anyways. But then instead of just letting it all go, right? How about if I just recorded this video? I've put this video off for way too long already, and I just think I should film it today. And what's that video? Ever since I put up the one about preparing for my Nigerian wedding, planning my Nigerian wedding myself, a very few people have asked me questions about planning the wedding, what should be the most important thing, what should be my focus or their focus. Is it really important to make your own dress, vendors list, and things like that? Well, I think this is why I am making this video today. So, based off the questions that I have gotten, that's basically what's going to influence this video today. So, first of all, the most important question is what should I consider as the most important thing when planning my Nigerian wedding? As someone who has only gotten married once in her entire life, I would say always have it in your mind. I don't want to say at the back of your mind, but always have it in your mind that you are only going to get married once. Unless you are planning that this marriage will it should scatter in the next couple of months and then you want to plan another one. But if you know this is going to be the only time you're going to get married in life, then you want to ensure that all your planning for this wedding is pointing to you and your partner as the focus. There are going to be a lot of things that will drag your attention. Number one, gifting. I want you to always remember one thing. They are simply you telling your guest, thank you for coming. So always put that in a perspective of, can I afford it? If you cannot afford it, you can always give votes of thanks and everybody will go home. Food is going to want to drag your attention. Food and drink. People want to say, oh, food and drink is the most important part of a party. It is not. Trust me. Food and drink is just another thing that drags your money away when you are planning your wedding. It is not the most important. Is it good for it to be there? Yes, but it is not the most important. The most important, as far as I am concerned, is you and your partner that are getting married on that day. So everything that is going to make you spend money should be on you and your partner. And what does that mean? Your outfits. That's the most important one. It's not a must for you to make your wedding dress. Again, like I said in that video, and making wedding dresses solely depends on what your kind of dress is, the kind of dress you want to wear on that day. That's what should drive the reason for you. Either you are making, or you are buying, or you are renting. Me, I decided to make my wedding dress because when I was looking for where to rent, I did not like the styles of dresses that were out there either. So for some people, they like ball dresses. I have never liked a ball dress. It's too big. I can't wear it. I don't want to be bothered about, oh, how am I going to sit? Oh, how am I going to position myself? Oh, how am I going to do this? You get, I didn't want to be bothered with all of that. So I never wanted a ball dress in the first place. And most of the dresses I saw were ball dresses and they were really expensive as well. So I thought to myself, how about I make a dress? So that was my main drive for making a dress. So making a dress, your wedding dress, is not a must. It is not a so important thing like that. But if you feel like you want to, go ahead and make your wedding dress. Someone asked me, what did I do with the dress after making the dress? I don't even know where the dress is. I left it in my parents' house. I don't know what my parents are doing with that dress. My mom is going to decide to use it to do something else. I don't know. But I made the dress, and that was the most important part of my wedding for me, that I made my wedding dress. My husband's suit, we bought it. We didn't make the suit. We wanted to make the suit, but with men's suits, you need to see a very good tailor. Not like women clothes that anybody who is good can actually just build something really nice for you and you love it. But when it comes to the clothes a man would wear, it's just something there. So yes, we purchased my husband's suit and everything, the complete set. We purchased that, and again, you don't have to go to the high-end brands because it is your day. But what I'm just saying, your clothes should be your focus, your outfit. For our traditional wedding, we also knew, like I said in that video, we were going to wear two major outfits, one for my tribe and the other one for my husband's tribe, because it was an intertribal marriage. I don't know why English is always biting me sometimes, but because it was an intertribal marriage, I knew we're going to have two outfits as well. So, yes, that one too was on the side. So you see what I'm trying to say? You and your partner, if anything should be eating your money, it should be because of you. It is not a must that your souvenir bag must be loaded. I remember wanting to buy trays to include in our souvenir bags, but when I found out the price of one tray, and this is an MOQ price, so 3.5 was the cheapest tray that I found that was really making sense. You get, and I was like 3.5 per one in an MOQ. I can't do that. I thought about water bottles as well. I still cannot do that. I'm going to use over 400,000 naira to just buy water bottles that some people might not even use at the end of the day. So I decided to go for bags. The kind of souvenir bags I use is this drawstring nylon bag. It's a nylon bag. But in my town where I got married in Ugeli, nobody has ever seen that kind of bag before. So that bag was like, ooh, it's bougie. It's fine. People loved the bag even more than what was inside the bag. So what was inside the bag, I just made it really basic. In every house, you need bowls. In every house, you need filters. In every house, you need cooking spoons. Yes, I know you can go to 100 parties and still get the same thing. It does not matter, but you always need them in your houses. So yes, go ahead and get those basic things. And even those basic things still cost us over 500,000 naira to purchase those basic things. Don't overburden yourself, don't overstress yourself. Another thing that you should stress yourself about is your content must content. I think if I don't say, this video will not be complete. On the day of my wedding, the traditional wedding, I did a lot of content. To be fair, the traditional wedding did not even start on time because my uncles did not arrive on time. So imagine me waking up since 7 a.m. in the morning, getting ready. I did a whole lot of content. And you guys have already seen those content. Yes. If you've not seen it, scroll, go down and check. I've shared videos. There were a lot. I could not share all of them on YouTube. Some of them are on my TikTok page because that's where I could post videos with the sound without getting copyright claim again. So I did my content. And for content, don't just look for any random person to say the person should come and do your content for you. Make sure that the person you are paying is somebody that can give you good videos, because at the end of the day, that's going to be the memory you're going to have of that day. Are you going to remember? Yes, you got married on so so and so date, yes, but when you want to look back at that date, it is those pictures, those videos you took that are going to remind you of that day. On the day of the white wedding, hey, most of the people that my family invited for that wedding, me, I did not use my two eye to see them because we got to church around to 1. Yes, even not even 1 p.m. That was when we got to church. Why? Because we were taking pictures and videos. It is my wedding. So I ensured that these photographers, these content guys that I paid money, good money, don't pay that money and then at the end of the day, you now allow somebody be dragging you. Come to church. If I hear me, I did not do that one. I did not do that. My phone was not with me on that day. My phone was with my bridesmaid and she held it. All the calls, she was the one taking it because I want to do my content. At the time we go to church, like I said, We got to church at around 1 p.m. thereabout. The pastor said, if you people like vex for them, it is their day and it is how they choose to have today that they are going to have today. None of your opinions actually matter. And that's the truth. Nobody's opinion actually does matter. So if you spend half of your budget for your outfit and your content, and nobody should eat on that day, it is absolutely fine. Trust me. If they like, let them say, oh, after all these many clothes, after all this many money they spent for the wedding, we did not see food, we did not see drink. That's their business. It is your wedding, so make it about you and your partner at the end of the day. Another thing that should eat your money, take your focus, take your time, is your makeup artist. As the woman, don't go and carry makeup artist that will make you look like an ancient of days. Every single time I look back at my wedding photos, my wedding videos, I am very happy that I chose that makeup artist. I remember when I was sourcing for her, I saw a lot of good makeup artists that were based in Ugeli as well, but most of them never had videos of them doing makeup on a dark skinned person. And for me, you can't be doing makeup for light skinned people and then I'll now come and drop my face for you to do makeup for me, because how am I sure you're going to deliver something really nice? Till I found that lady and I absolutely did not regret using her. Another thing that I allowed take my money was the decoration. Oh my god. See, decoration, I'm not going to say was the most expensive, but it took my money. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to lie for that one. That one took my money. That one took my attention too, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to make up the background for the videos, the pictures, and everything that would happen on that day. My traditional wedding, I was very specific about what I wanted to be. Yes. And then also for the white wedding, the same thing. The wedding reception venue was, and thanks to my sister, she did an amazing job. Oh God, I'm blushing. She did an amazing job, and I am so proud of that. And the reason why she was able to do that amazing job was because I spent almost 1.2, 1.3 for the decor in the wedding, just the wedding. The one for the trad, I think we spent roughly around in total, because even up until the day of the traditional wedding, money was still going down for the whole event, right? For the decorations to come out. So we ended up spending up to 350 for the decor for just the trad alone. And then the wedding took another 1.3. But at the end of the day, I was glad when I entered into the hall. I was so happy that yes, I spent that money for my wedding. Now, another question that I have gotten asked me for is my vendors list. With regards to vendors list, it has to be that you are having your wedding in and around Ugili. Because if you're not having your wedding in and around Ugili, it's not like my vendors are not available to travel. Oh. They are. But here's the thing, it's going to incur more cost. If you're planning a wedding or you're looking to plan one and your budget is, say, 1 million naira or 2 million naira, it is you and your partners should still be what would eat the money on that day. At the end of the day, it is your wedding. So work with your budget. Always remember that the focus for your wedding is always you and your partner. Go ahead and do it. The budget for our Nigerian wedding was initially £10,000, but apparently we ended up going above £10,000 for the Nigerian wedding, and that's because we have families that were traveling from one state to another. So obviously that did really make us hike the budget a little bit. But if that wasn't the case, trust me, even £8,000 would have done our wedding conveniently for us at the time, because then the exchange rate was really nice too. A pound then was around 2,000, and also, mind you, this about that we spent for our Nigerian wedding, which is in naira at the time, 25 million naira. That was what we spent for our Nigerian wedding. It covered our flight tickets from the UK to Nigeria as well, to and fro. It covered every tiny bitty little expenses that we did. So it wasn't just the wedding day that took 25 million naira. No, it was every expenses that we had to incur on ourselves from the UK down to Nigeria and back to the UK. That was what made up that money. So I know that there are people who spend that money on just the wedding day. Again, it is your budget. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, just make sure that it is you and your partner that has that day